What's going on, good people? It is your man, D-Toe, and it is another day's journey, and I am super, and I do mean super duper glad about it. I want to welcome everybody to everyone's favorite show. That's right, it's Shop Talk right here on everyone's favorite family of networks. Listen, we're in a very bright and it's a whole lot of lights going on here today, and you're going to find out why in just a minute. Normally, I like it dark and sultry in my studio, but today is set up differently for a specific reason. We'll get a chance to talk about that in just a moment. But for those of you hanging out with us, listen, I want to welcome you to today's show. Whether you're listening to us live on Facebook, whether you're looking at us live on YouTube, or whether you're hanging out with us on one of our radio partners from around the country, we want to welcome you to today's show, as well as those of you who now may be watching us on Apple Podcasts. Yes, we have now recently added the show to Apple Podcasts, and we are excited about that as well. So if you're tuning in that way as well, welcome, welcome, welcome. Today is going to be a good day. First of all, let me just tell you, my name is Demetrius Tollfree, and you can find me everywhere on social media at DTollfree, at DTOLEFREE. That's on Facebook. That's on Instagram. That's on Twitter, X, if you use it, as well as so many other places, Threads, Spill, whatever it might be. But if you're trying to find me, you know you can hit me up everywhere at DTollfree, as well as, thank you, Lord Jesus, in case you just want to test if you can send $1,000 to somebody, you know you can test with me. Venmo at DTollfree, Cash App, $ DTollfree. That's DTOLEFREE. We will be glad to accept that money. And if you want me to send it back to you, you know me, I'm honest. I'll send it back to you in $100 increments. Anyway, let's get ready to get things going. And in doing so, shout out to David Jones already joining us today. What is going on? Glad to have you hanging out with us from Modesto, California. Also, shout out to Shantane, she says Shantane, who is in the building. What is going on? Glad to have you hanging out with us as well. As I mentioned to you in person and even last week, we are still praying fervently for you and can't wait to hear your testimony of healing and deliverance. All right, y'all, before we do anything, I just want to remind you that if you haven't done so as of yet, make sure that you subscribe to the Freedom YouTube page. That's right, the Freedom YouTube page. All you have to do is just simply just click on, or actually you don't have to click, just scan the QR code over my shoulder. Scan the QR code over my shoulder. It will take you directly to our YouTube page. And there you can be able to keep up with everything that we have going on, as well as some brand new exclusive content that will be coming only to YouTube. So make sure, ma'am, sirs, that you take a moment to subscribe and even hit that little bell so that you can be notified each and every time we go live. All right, y'all, we're going to keep things going. Now, y'all know that we are an interactive talk back to me type church. So if that is you, if you're in the chat, if you're watching us, feel free to join in the chat, and we would love to put your comments on the screen today as well. All right, y'all, let's get ready to get things going. I think we are ready to bring up our first co-host. She owns her own city. That's right. She owns her own city. Her city is Hercules. That's right. Hercules, California is where we're going. And you know we can't do it unless we prepare to get her correctly. And we know what has to happen. We had to get a come and knock in my door. Come and knock in my door. Take a step that is new as we get ready to bring up my homegirl and yours, the incredibly talented, the also always wonderful Ashlyn Tara Cole. Ashlyn, girl, what's going on? What is going on?
Woo, okay, are we good? Okay, we're good. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, hold on. Let me get this frizz bucket together. Oh my goodness gracious. I am so excited to be here. What's going on? It's your girl, Ashlyn Cole. Let me greet you accordingly. You know, the best laid plans. I tell you what, the best laid plans. Here's something that I know about myself. I think it's because I'm an only child. Okay, so as an only, but see, that doesn't make any sense because my theory don't even work. sometimes I don't be paying attention. Sometimes I don't be paying attention. And the signs are right there and the information has been given. You may have received an email, a text message, a carrier pigeon may have landed on your front patio, but for some reason you have not taken the time, the extra time out to know what is really going on. And I think throughout my life, and I'm being funny, but I'm actually being serious, because a lot of times we allow our talent, our gift, or our knowledge, or our expertise, let's say, to get us in the room. And then we get in the room and we realize that we have not taken the extra time to learn the specific information about that room. And so that's kind of something that has kind of, I carry with me all the time, like take the extra time to understand that room. Just because you're getting in the door does not mean your qualifications might have got you in the door, but your lack of detail, attention to detail, will get you put out of that same room. So you've got to take the time to learn the extra details. If you're going to a church, church is not church. What church is it? What's the pastor's name? What's his wife's name? What's the minister of music's name? What are the musicians' names? Maybe you can't remember their names, but at least, acknowledge that you've taken the time out to really get to know people. So that's what I'm carrying with me today. I missed the detail and it's costing me now, not being prepared to be on the show. So that's just life, just a missed detail. If I would have just taken that one extra step to get that one detail, then I would have been all right.
That's all good. Well, nonetheless, you live and you learn, and
Indeed.
As we mention all the time, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. You took one particular step. Maybe you took you on a detour, but now you're back on the right road, or if you're from Louisiana, road. And now you can be able to learn and adjust and take things to the next level.
That's right.
Nonetheless,
started from the bottom. Now
Hey, there you go. There you go. Shout out to my cousin in the building out in Texarkana, Derek Murphy. Man, what is going on, cuz? Glad to have you hanging out with us. Speaking of hanging out, let's get ready to bring up our next co-host, who is also on the road again. I guess he just can't wait to get on the road.
He probably going to another funeral. That's probably what it is.
Could be. Well, we got to get ready to bring him up, and as we do so, we got to get another knock at the door as we get ready to bring up from the road my guy, the one and only Ja'Cory Proto. Man, what is going on?
Holla! What's up? I'm trying to get my little porcupines together. I got me a new little situation here. But you know, I'm on my way to a funeral. I'm not for sure whose funeral it is today. Father God, I hope they're not watching. But today and tomorrow. Praise God. But I'm here.
Yeah, well, you are here. We are glad to have you hanging out with us, and it's going to be an absolutely amazing day. Ashley, go right ahead.
Ja'Cory is a fan of Crocs. I know we're not endorsed by that company, but Ja'Cory, did Crocs make your hair thing? Show it again. Put it on camera again. Oh my God! Look at these new Crocs. No, put your hair thing back on the screen, and it put your thing on. It looked like it was made by Crocs. Look at that thing.
You know what? I can't. I'm not gonna go there.
That. Ja'Cory, you might want to get an endorsement. We're going to work on that. In fact, I'm going to work on that, Ja'Cory, because you need a Crocs endorsement. When I tell you he is trying to sell me these Crocs, and every time I'm like,
I'm not mad at it. He got them, look like they still got the tag on them, something he got in his hand. Anyway, I'm not mad at you, man. Well, I'm glad to have you hanging out with us. Listen, shout out to my guy, Michael Washington. I'm not sure if he's in California at home or if he's still in New York taking care of his mother, man. But, man, glad to have you hanging out with us, bro. We hope to see you in the flesh real soon. All right, we've lost Ja'Cory. I guess he's going on to his event. But nonetheless, Ashlyn, we are going kind of old school. I mentioned the fact that my room is nice and bright today. There's a particular reason that it's nice and bright, because I couldn't keep it dark, because we have a guest today. If you want to call it that, I don't know if you want to call him a guest, but let's get ready to bring up our next guest today, or our next co-host. And we can't do it unless we get a knock at the door as we get ready to bring up my guy. He's really no guest, but he hasn't hung out with us for a while, but his schedule has changed. schedule has changed, and now he is allowed to be with us today. Let's bring it up without further ado, my bro, the one and only Pancho Romero. Pancho, man, what's going on, boy?
Man, what's cracking, D? So,
Pancho!
hey, what's happening, Ash? It is so good to be back on the show, man. I'm super excited to be here today, man. Thanks for having me, and hopefully, man, I can spend some time with you on this quarter since my schedule has changed a little bit, and so I'm ready to rock and roll, man. I know we got a lot to get to today, man. I'm just super happy, elephant glad, and gorilla happy, man, to be here, man. And you know, man, you know,
Gorilla happy,
man. Today's show is going to be off the chain. I already know it, man. Your boy's in rare form. I haven't been here for so long, brother, and my energy is going through the roof, and so I'm ready to get started, baby.
Yeah. Well, you know, maybe at some point, you know, and I ask Pancho all the time because you know, Pancho said, "Oh man, I'm on my way, man. I'll be there, you know, soon," and then it soon ends up being next week. And you know, I'll be wondering.
Don't charge it to my head, not my heart, man.
Oh, that's what we're doing. Charge it to your head, not your heart. I didn't know if you had a specific, you know, Pancho story that you would have been sharing on, you know, what happened last time that we had a Pancho story. You was coming and all of a sudden you had to stop and had run revival with some gorillas and lions and tigers and stuff.
Well, you know what? I'm popular at the zoo. They have me there every year. And this summer I'll be there as well, running revival in the lion cage.
You know what?
I don't hear nobody.
You know what?
But you know, man, hey, some things are looking up though, D. I just want to let you know, man, you can be proud of me. You can be proud of me, Doc. On the keyboard, man, I have graduated from C to C sharp.
Oh.
And so now,
yeah,
man, folks are starting to invite me places, man. So I'm going to be at the Shine event over in Oakley, man, in Oakley, California, man, next Saturday, man, at 10 a.m. Your boy's running praise and worship. You know, I don't know what I'm gonna do just yet, but at least I'll be in the building. Hello.
It's all good, man. We will get a chance.
Shameless plug.
Yeah, I heard you. You made sure you got that in and got it done really quickly. It's all good.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, shout out again to my guy, David McKinney in the building. My cousin, Derek Murphy in the building, who's laughing at you about this revival that you're going to be running in the, which cage is it?
It's going to be in the Lion's Den.
The Lion's Den. You're going to be
hear nobody.
And are you going to have Daniel in there with you, or
no? Daniel's moved on to brighter pastures. Now it's my turn.
Okay, all right. It's all good, man. Well, listen, I'm glad to have you hanging out with us, and we're going to get things going.
Eat or not to eat?
You know what? That is the question. Yeah, that is the question: to eat or not to eat.
Yes,
anyway, let's get ready to get going with things today, and we're going to get ready to get started with today's National Day. Today's National Day, one of them, Pancho, is based around you. And I'll tell you what I mean. You and my son, DJ. We'll talk about that in just a second. But in terms of today's National Day, we only have two. First thing being today's National Day. Today is National Sugar Cookie Day. National Sugar Cookie Day. Now, I am an oatmeal raisin guy, but if you like sugar cookies, today is your day because you can go out and get you some sugar cookies. I don't know if any stores are having some specific sales based on today's National Day, but if you like sugar cookies, today is your day to go out and make some things happen. Now, Pancho, do you eat sugar cookies? Is that your jam?
I do not, my guy. But you know what, though? I have not turned one down if offered.
I hear you.
Let me tell you this, though, man. Listen, just because you said that, man, we might have to run out to Mrs. Fields, man, and see what she might be doing. Now, I think it's only one or two left in the Bay Area. Is that correct?
That is about right. Mrs. Fields is.
Now, you know, she grew up, or she's from Oakland. She's from the Bay Area, man, and she got her fame when she was making cookies for the Oakland A's.
Really? I thought that was more of the Otis Spunkmeyer story.
No, that's Mrs. Fields, man. She was actually there, and she would give cookies to the umpires during the seventh inning stretch.
Oh, to help them finish calling the game correctly. I get it. Interesting.
That's right.
Okay, I'm with you. I'm not mad at that. So if sugar cookies is your jam, today is your day to make that happen. Shout out to Sister Valisa Pierce in the building. And I could have went with the whole name, the Elizabeth Valisa Floyd Pierce. But at my church, she's a constituent from my church, a choir member of mine. And but Sister Valisa is in the building. Glad to have you hanging out with us. Now the second thing, Pancho, in terms of today's in National Day, the second one is right up your alley, and my son DJ, because today is National Dimples Day.
Yes,
National
yes.
Dimples Day. Now, I don't have dimples. It's not my thing, but
It's
Poncho,
all right, son. It's all right. Listen, you can still make it. Don't let that hold you back.
thanks. I don't have dimples, but you do. My son does. Both of my nieces, both of my sister's daughters have dimples, Naya and Naisha. And so today, if you have dimples, this is your day to go out and smile and show people what you have and what that we don't all have. And I think my granddaughter, I think she's tried to say that she has a dimple. I'm not sure. Anyway, welcome back, Ashlyn. It is National Dimples Day.
Oh, no, I don't.
Yeah.
I wasn't blessed with dimples.
Me either. Poncho was, and my son DJ, but yeah, I don't fall into that category. Anyway, great things to mention. Glad to have you back. Now, as we get ready to make some things happen, we talked about today is National Sugar Cookie Day, and David Jones chimed in and said that if we go to Mrs. Fields, we were just talking about Mrs. Fields, said to make sure that we get some Deborah specials. I'm not mad at you, man. All right, let's keep things going. Shout out to my bro Kenneth McDaniels in the building. What's going on, man? Good to have you in the building with us today as well. Now, as we move on away from the National Day, we're going to go to Today in History. And Today in History, I only have two things. Now, one of these can fall into a couple of different things because normally we do Black History, and this first one I'm going to mention could actually fall into that category because in the year of 1868, you all could do the math. It's a long time ago, but 1868, the 14th Amendment to the Constitution is ratified, guaranteeing that African American can have full citizenship and all persons in the United States due process of law. All of this happened on this day in 1868.
Amen.
Great thing that happened again. You can do the math to see how long ago that was. And just a few years later, 1893, heart surgeon Daniel Hale Williams performs the first successful open heart surgery in the U.S. without anesthesia. Now, how he did that?
Wow.
They did it without anesthesia. The surgery was performed on a patient who had a stab wound to the heart, and a local anesthetic was used. So it was not the normal one. And so, anyway, many years ago, these type of things happened, and wow, and more wow again.
My God.
Yeah, absolutely.
He was already in pain. So I guess that the pain was already on, are you on a level of 1 to 10? What is your pain? 19.
Right.
Okay. We don't need an anesthetic. It's okay.
Yeah,
You did good.
Yeah, absolutely. As we do another shout out to your almost bestie, Stacey Williams Tucker in the building, hanging out with us, I believe, in Berkeley, California, in the United States. We are glad to have you hanging out with us. All right, now let's get ready to the next thing, and that is going to be today's birthdays, and I only have 3. All of which we should know. Hopefully you all don't say any specific words when I get to the third one. But today is actor Tom Hanks. Today is his 70th birthday.
Local guy.
Yeah. Is he local too?
Yeah. Came out of Skyline in 74.
Is
yeah.
He?
That's right.
Oh, man. Ashley, were you even born yet when he was graduating? Don't answer that. Anyway, shout out to Tom Hanks, who turned 70 today. Also, Richard Roundtree. Now, if my memory serves me,
man.
He was the original Shaft. Am I right?
That is him.
All right. The original Shaft. He was born in 1942. He did close his eyes in 2023. Many of you know that his role as Shaft was revised by Samuel L. Jackson.
That's right.
Shut your mouth.
Yeah. They did a couple of versions. Now, here was the funny thing about the reversions, because they didn't know how they was going to do it. So in the first reversion of Shaft, Richard Roundtree was Samuel Jackson's uncle. He played his uncle Shaft.
Okay.
But in the following movie, they changed him to be his father. And then they had another young man that was playing Samuel Jackson's son. So all of a sudden now he went going from being his uncle to being his father. And now they had 3 lines of Shaft that was doing private investigating. So those of you who pay attention to movies, I am a little bit of a movie buff, or very little.
Yes.
So
That's when you're a good actor. When you are a good actor, you could play any role. You could just show up and be like, today you're the uncle.
Yeah.
Today you're gonna be the grandfather.
Yeah.
That's an excellent.
Yeah. Absolutely. Shout out to Michelle Antoinette in the building. What is going on? Glad to have you hanging out with us. Welcome to today's show. David McKinney wants to remind us that his birthday just passed on Sunday, July 5th, man. Again, happy belated birthday,
man.
Man, shout out to Tracy J. Wilson, who is in the building. What is going on? Speaking of birthday, Patricia Farr in the building. Her birthday was just the other day as well. I think her birthday was the 5th.
Happy birthday, Pat. All right.
I think her birthday was the 5th as well. All right, last but not least. Now, I said, hopefully y'all don't say nothing crazy when I mention this last person, but born in 1947, closed his eyes in 2024. The one and only O.J. Simpson. O.J. Simpson, born on this day.
OJ passed away?
Wow.
Yeah.
Ash, I can't.
Yeah. I'm gonna put that alone, man. Yeah. It's
OJ
okay.
not still in jail in Florida?
You know what?
No,
It's
baby.
okay.
He has closed his eyes.
Yeah, he's closed his eyes.
Oh, okay.
Known as an incredible running back for the Buffalo Bills.
Yes.
And who else did he play for, Pancho?
San Francisco 49ers at the end of his career.
Oh, really? San Francisco 49ers. But
that's right.
Very, very well-known running back. And then he became very well-known for driving a white Bronco through the cities of Los Angeles while the whole world watched as he was being pursued by the police about a particular incident that he may or may not have been involved in. I will just leave that there. Anyway,
yes, sir.
If you've had a birthday during this week, this month, during this season, Ashlyn, you know what we do. We throw it out to you at this point for you to encourage someone who's having a birthday during this season. The virtual floor is now yours.
Absolutely. And I would like to include another birthday. It's not today, but it is coming up, and that is Pops Escovedo. The OG himself, Pete Escovedo, is celebrating his 91st birthday this weekend. And how do I know? Because I get to be on stage with them at Yoshi's Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night. So I'm just going to put this little plug in here. If you haven't got your tickets, there are still tickets available. So you better go get your tickets for Pop's 91st birthday. And if it was me, I would definitely get tickets for Friday night. I'm not going to tell you why, but just, you ain't heard nothing from me. But anyway, a birthday is to be celebrated. Now, you might not have the grandeur or want the grandeur that Pops Escovedo is doing by doing these 6 shows at Yoshi's. But that does not negate the fact that God created you on this day. He created this day for you. You know, we talk about this. God never creates a thing before he creates the place for the thing. So he created this day for you to be then born into. So I want you to celebrate not only this day, but the creation that God, the fact that he saw fit to bring you into this world for such a time as this. I believe that he has something great for you. All of you that are celebrating something, it just depends on what you're going to focus on today. You're going to focus on what you don't have or focus on what you do have. And that is our congratulations from all of us here at FDR, all of our affiliates. Happy birthday. Go celebrate. Go get your tickets to Yoshi's for this weekend.
That's good stuff. And now it all makes sense. I'll tell you why it would all make sense in just a second. But shout out to Pastor Paul McKeary, who mentions that it's a shame that the new Buffalo Bills Stadium is not going to put OJ's name in the Circle of Fame. And he says, shame on them. I guess they are going in a different direction based on incidents that happened in OJ's life post being an NFL player. But anyway, it is what it is. So now Ashlyn, she mentions that she's going to be at Yoshi's all weekend. That makes so much sense as to why I will be at BB Memorial on this coming Sunday night. This is an event that usually Ashlyn hosts, and now I know why they called my name. So anyway, my guy, Greg Cole, former teacher from Castlemont. He was there while I was at Castlemont. Many of you may not have known that, and I believe he's a former teacher of Ashland as well. Gregory Cole and his wife, they're doing the Best in the Gospel Bay Area contest again. Last year was absolutely amazing. I got a chance to see excerpts of it as Ashland was one of the main hosts and so many others that participated. My bro, Donnell Garrett, came in second, but in coming in second, he won $5,000. And he is going to be there on this coming Sunday. Leonard Bailey and friends, the new West Coast Regional Union Mass Choir, they will be there. Power in the Blood Praise Dancers. Demetrius Tofree will be, I guess I'm singing and I'm hosting. I didn't know all of that. But this is the preliminary number one round that will be happening. Tickets are only $20. It's going to be at BB Memorial this coming Sunday at 5 p.m. Listen, there's going to be some great singers that will be a part of this particular event. And so this is something that you don't want to miss. So if you're in the Bay, and if I haven't seen you personally, come on down to hang out with me at BB Memorial. It's going to be a great, great time, something that you don't want to miss.
Absolutely.
All right, y'all. Let's keep things going. And in doing so, I think we've knocked out all of our preliminaries. And so let's get ready to take a look at a couple of things. Now, we just got a bust in or a break in, if you will. And we're getting ready to go out to the ATL, I believe, to bring up our friend, our brother who has been recuperating. I guess he's back and fully back to doing what he does. But we'll find out in a moment as we go to ATL. Let's do it as we always do with a knock at the door. Let's get ready to bring my guy, the one and only, the original Hallelujah morning man himself. There's only one. Demetrius Hunter. Demetrius, man, what's going on, bro? Welcome to the show.
Good morning. Good morning. Hello. Hallelujah morning, everybody out there in Freedom Radio Land. It's been so long. Hey, Ashley. Poncho is here today. What a show this is already. I can tell. Dito. Yes, it's so good to see everybody here. Yes, I am still in recovery mode. I'm still at home. But yes, everything is well. Everything.
You know, Meechie ain't gonna be down long. Meechie ain't gonna be. It ain't nothing. I have seen Meechie at his absolute. The doctors were like, "Shut your tail down." And Meechie's gonna go and go and go. You know why? Because the joy of the Lord is your strength, Meechie.
Yes.
You just are so full of joy and light and love, and I just wish you just all the good things that God has for you.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Yes.
Yeah, man, we're glad to have you, man. You come in at a good time. We just got through doing birthdays and that type of stuff. But I want to take a quick detour about, we're almost in the season where new devices come out and all this kind of stuff, man. I know. We're about to be in that season. But I want to give you, now most of us have at least a 15 or above, I believe, where you at least have the USB-C port at the bottom of your phone. Did you know that there are 10 clever uses for your phone, the USB port, that you might not have known? So I'm going to rattle these off very quickly because some of you may know it and some of you may not. But here is the thing. Number one, you can charge another device with your phone from your USB port. Did y'all know that?
Did not know.
Yeah, you can charge another device. Now you can't charge an iPad per se, but you can charge. Well, it says you can, but anyway, the iPad has to charge your phone. Anyway, you can charge other devices. Long as reverse wireless charging is available on that device, you can charge other smartphones and things of that nature. Second thing, did you know that you can increase your storage? You can increase the storage on your phone, meaning that you can connect like an external drive to the bottom of your phone and move things to your phone based off of that external drive. So that's two things you can do. Thirdly, you can actually connect a keyboard to your phone using your USB-C port. Number 4, you can amplify your microphone, meaning you can connect an external microphone to your phone just using your USB-C port. All right. Number 5, you can add an SD card. Now, I haven't tried this as of yet, and I know I have a something that I can try with it, but you can actually add an SD card and be able to move. Me as a photographer, it comes in handy because I should be able to move pictures that I've taken with my main camera and be able to move it to my phone if I so choose and hook it and make some things happen. All right, next, you can hook up an external display. Did not know this, and I've never tried this. You can actually hook up an external display to your phone. Also, you can plug in a game controller. Now, I'm a gamer, but I use my PS5. So I don't
You're a gamer?
Yeah, you know that? Yeah.
No.
What?
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I always have.
What's your go-to
What?
game? Dito?
I play 2K, NBA 2K,
Oh,
and
NBA
I
interesting.
2K.
yes, and I have taken
Do they
many
count
people.
those as gamer games? I thought gamers were more like the Mortal Kombat
Mortal.
grown
Mortal Kombat.
players.
That's like
Oh
you
my
going back to like
Well, no, no, they're
19?
still
Yeah,
they're
You
still
going back to the
recreating it. It's
1900s?
still going. It
yeah,
still
no,
goes.
Huh?
Mortal
no.
Kombat is
So
still in there.
No.
no. I play NBA 2K, and I have daughters, and they have their little friends and people in the neighborhood. They've always wanted to say, just because I'm older and have gray hair, they think I don't know how to play the game. Playing the game isn't really having to know about how the game works. You really just have to know how NBA works and how the whole game
Correct.
itself works. And so
Correct.
for me, I have been playing basketball. Me and Pancho have been playing basketball all of our lives now. Well, I don't play any longer because I got a bad knee. But I play game. I have taken so many people's lunch money. I have taken advantage of so many young kids who came in saying, "Oh, Mr. Topher, you can't play. I got $100. Say you can't beat me. You do? Have a seat. Have a seat." I've had a chance to do quite a few things with the money that I've won from young kids who play every day, who thought they could whoop me, and they found out that Big D Toad is no joke when it comes to playing games. Anyway, so
God is not pleased. God is
it's
not
okay.
pleased.
It's okay. You can plug in the game controller. You can also connect your phone to the Ethernet, just so you know. And you can also cool off in the summer, meaning you can plug in a particular fan at the bottom of your phone, and so much more. So all these things can happen from the bottom of your phone just using your USB-C port.
Should
So
you have these devices, of course.
I mean, most people do. A lot of people have many of these things. So anyway, shout out to young Dinka Braxton out in Sacramento. He might be at AIM. I'm not sure. But anyway, man, glad to see you, man. Glad to have you hanging out with us today. It is an absolutely great day. All right, let's keep things going. And today I got one more pre-subject, if you want to call it that. And then I have an Ask Shop Talk that we're going to talk about. So I have one more pre-topic, if you'll call it that. And I want to know from you all, as well as our listening audience, it's summer. A lot of people are spending more time at home or in the streets or on vacation, wherever it is they may be. Shout out to everyone who is in Baltimore at AIM, if you're Church of God in Christ, or as well as shout out to all of my Full Gospel Baptist people who might be at your particular conference this time of the week. No matter where you are, hopefully you're having a great time. And obviously we've been hearing some great preaching and singing at the conferences that I've been watching. And hopefully you get a chance to go back and watch some of that as well. But it is summer, and people are spending more time at home or wherever they are. And I want to know, though, what shows or what series are you watching during this time? What shows, what series are you watching during this time?
I don't watch everything.
Shout out to my cousin. We're going to find out in just a second. Shout out to my cousin, the Bishop Darrell Shaw, out in Fort Worth, Texas. Shout out to Queen Tracy J. Wilson in the building, hanging out with us on YouTube. We now have Dee Dee Felder joining us as well on Facebook. And welcome back. Welcome back. And she says she's watching Good Times. You know what? Anyway, man, Demetrius, I'll start with you, man, since you're ready to tell us what shows, what series are you watching during this season?
Well, I mean, once I start watching, I'm like a binge watcher, so I'm gonna watch until it's completely done. Especially if I catch it like it's really, really good, and I'm like, oh, it's 8:00 at night. No, I'm gonna save this for tomorrow when I get off work, get my meal, and I'm gonna sit down and just binge watch. Right now, one of my top shows, one of my most favorite shows is Polygamous on Netflix. That show, oh my God, it's turn after turn after turn, and it's just like, wait a minute, wait, what? So this whole time wait, what? It is one of the best shows that Netflix has ever created. so far for me.
Okay.
The Polygamist is really, really good. Of course, we've all watched Beauty and Black last season. Um, it's another one. All the Queen's Men, the new season is out.
Yes. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It is amazing. The new
Yeah.
season of The Shy is out. I guess the finale season. I don't know, but it's out. It's really, really good. It's kind of, but The Shy is good, but this time it's kind of giving. I kind of know where this is going.
Yeah.
Yeah, but overall, I mean, the most show that has really had me captivated in a chokehold was Polygamous.
Okay.
Like that show was
Interesting.
amazing, and if you missed it's so good to where you have to pay attention to everything, because
with
at some point in the show, at some point as the first season is going to an end, it's going to be like, wait a minute, so wait, this whole time in the beginning, like you start putting pieces
Don't
together
tell us.
from the
Don't
beginning.
tell us.
Yeah,
Don't
no,
tell
no,
us.
don't give it away.
Yeah, don't tell us. I'm gonna get a chance to watch it. So I'll definitely take a look. I want to give a shout out to my bro, Pastor Jermaine Anderson, in the building. Listen, he is now the proud senior pastor of Second Baptist in Vallejo. Man, we could not be more happy and more proud of you, man. So congrats to you. Glad to have you hanging out with us today. Shout out to Dee Dee Felder, who says that she's watching The Oval, which I watched. I was watching it last night. And
is that the BET Plus one?
It's on BT. Yeah, I mean, I guess you can
I
watch
can't
BT
get
Plus.
into The Oval. It's just some bad acting. I don't know how people really get into that show.
Yeah.
I can't. I'm trying. I'm just like, oh my God, this acting is horrible.
It is. It's Tyler Perry, and it is some interesting acting. But Pancho,
Yes, sir.
Pastor Paul McCary just chimed in and said, I'm asking, what is everyone watching during this time? And he says that he's watching The Roadrunner and Wild E.
You know what?
Coyote.
You know
Super
what?
genius.
Super.
You know what?
Yes, sir. Hey, listen.
Love him.
I've been watching it. I've been keeping, I've been paying more attention to Instagram, and somehow or another, a lot of these cartoons have been coming back up on my Instagram feed,
That's right.
including Foghorn Leghorn.
Wow.
So I have been getting a chance to watch some different cartoons that we grew up on there. Tom and Jerry, Is You Is, or Is You Ain't My Baby.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Maybe Babies Found Somebody New. Listen, I've been watching and paying attention to all that stuff on Instagram, but I have been watching The Oval. Yes, Demetrius, the acting is horrible, but I've been watching it. I did watch Nemesis. If you haven't had a chance to see,
that is really good too. Yeah,
Nemesis
on my
was
list.
a good show. It's a good show, and it really had me the whole time. Like I'm thinking about watching it again. Because when you watch stuff, you watch it a second time or a third time, you notice stuff that you didn't see.
Yeah. No, I watched Nemesis twice. Yeah. I did watch it twice because it was a few things in there, and then I kept wondering, like, why did it end like this?
Yeah, because it set it up for the second season. That's why. Yeah.
No, but that still was a horrible way to end, even for you to be on a tailwind of it's a second season, like. Because it kind of ended, but it didn't end it. But it could be an end type of thing, and it's kind of like, are y'all giving us another season? Or is this really the end?
Yeah.
Because it was good though. It was really
definitely good. Definitely good stuff. Yeah, and so I've been watching that again. I mentioned The Oval. I mentioned Nemesis. I also watch what's the one you mentioned with Eve? I got to watch
Queen's Men.
All the Queen's Men. It's a whole lot of cussing, unnecessary. But it's still a good.
You said a whole lot of cussing.
Some of the cussing is unnecessary. I mean, I hear you trying to get your point across, but some of it's unnecessary. But nonetheless, it is a great series.
Do you not think Eve does all that cussing because not Eve? Eva does all the cussing because she's trying to portray a role that we would never see her in that light of.
Mm-hmm.
That could be true, and to prove some of her toughness in the role.
Yeah.
But
that's why the way I'm trying to explain it, because everybody keeps saying, "Ooh, Eva just doing all this cussing for what?"
But that's the writing. That's the writing. If you're an actor and you're coming in to do a role, you're gonna have to do what they ask you to do, and sometimes they'll give you creative control. Like if you really have a strong direction on who this character is and what they've done and where they're going, they'll let you improvise. But for the most part, you got to go off script. So all them cuss words might be in the script, or it might be improvised.
Or maybe she is improvising because we still see her as Tyra Banks' next top model. I mean, I don't know.
I'm with you.
Hilarious.
Ashlyn, anything you've been watching lately? Any shows?
I agree with you with Nemesis. I have a couple shows that were not mentioned that y'all may think I'm really left for this, but Idris Elba, excuse me, I'm Frenchifying his name. I'm an absolute fan of his, and he has a series, Hijack.
On Apple TV, yes, Apple TV. Come on,
so good. It's so very good, and so I love it because each episode is probably 50 minutes, and it's like watching a long movie, right? So you get a whole season of this movie, and the writing is so good, the acting is really good, and so I'm really into season 2, and I'm really truly enjoying that. I do watch also a show called Silo.
Apple TV again.
Which is very different. It's very sci-fi, very weird. We cannot figure out why these people are where they are. We just cannot. We have no idea what happened to these people and why are they. Yeah. Anyway, it's worth checking out if you like sci-fi, like mystery type of things. But the show that I absolutely love that's coming back, and I'm so excited, is Ted Lasso. I love Ted Lasso. I love the storyline. I love this actor. I can't think of his name right now, but I absolutely love him.
Judicus, I love the kid. Is it Judicus? I can't remember his last name.
I'm looking at Jason Sudeikis. I'm looking at it right now.
Yes,
Jason.
Okay. Jason, it's just such a great show. I love the British humor and it's so good. It's so very good. And he's just brilliant in it. And the way that the show came about, he had an opportunity to do a pilot. He pitched the pilot. Nobody would pick up this pilot because it was kind of a joke. They were just kind of like jokingly putting this storyline together. And then it got picked up and it has blown up. So I'm excited. It's coming back, I think, the first week of August. So yeah, check out Ted Lasso. They do have a couple seasons.
That Apple TV too?
That is Apple TV. So first of all, Ashlyn, thank you for mentioning all of these great shows that are on Apple TV. Those many of us on the phone.
Is this an Apple TV commercial plug?
No,
No, I'm confused.
I will say that Apple TV has really stepped their game up when they first got into it, many of the shows, which is horrible. But now they have stepped there. Many of us are paying for the subscription somehow or another, and just not using it. If you have Apple One, you have Apple TV in that whole subscription thing.
That's right.
What you mean if you have Apple One, you have Apple TV?
Well, Apple One is the all-inclusive. Detail. I don't know why I'm speaking for Detail. He works for the company.
Well, Apple One is where you bundle certain things that you pay for already. Where there's Apple, you bundle your iCloud storage, your Apple TV, your Apple Music. You bundle that all into one monthly payment. Again, this is not a shameless plug. Yes, I work there, but I want.
But I've never had Apple TV, so I wouldn't buy. I only use Apple Music, and then of course I buy storage, but that's it. I don't use Apple TV.
The fact that you are paying for both of them. If you get Apple One, you're probably going to spend less
money.
That's right.
You're going to save money because you're going to get an additional service.
Yes.
What is your percentage ratio that I'm going to save, sir?
Well,
wow, we can talk about this offline. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not going to. My algebra's not on right now, but anyway, nonetheless.
I do want to mention one other series of shows, and I wasn't going to mention it because I'm a little embarrassed that I love it. It's my my shameless. I don't know what it is, but anyway, Married at First Sight. Married at First Sight. The whole series, because there's also Love is Blind, right? So we have Love is Blind, where you don't get to see the person and you have conversations over a few weeks period, and then you choose if you match. But Married at First Sight. These people go to the altar and they meet their person for the very first time at the altar. And it doesn't always, the majority of the time it doesn't work, but sometimes there are these amazing, it feels like a God moment. It really does. As crazy as that sounds, that people want to be married. They are choosing marriage and they get matched. And it is just so magical to watch these people just absolutely be meant for each other. And so Married at First Sight is one of my guilty pleasures.
Oh, good.
I watched that in what's the other one? 90 Day Fiance.
I watched that too.
I watch those, but I watch these shows like I've never looked. I don't look at it from a deeper side. As I'm like,
Well, you know,
like,
I'm super
so
deep.
funny.
I'm real deep. I know I'm real deep.
I know. I'll be sitting there like laughing, like going like, look at him, look at. I'll be saying like my thought process watching these shows. I'm sorry, Lord forgive me. It's in a judgmental, hilarious place. It's not like I'm like. It's more like, are you serious? Are they really doing this? Like, is this really going on? So sometimes I do tap into those shows just to really kind of get into. And Love After Lockup. That is the most hilarious one. That one is so funny. Oh my God.
I'm with you.
Hilarious.
So
I want to move on to this shop talk question of the day. Dito, I don't know what you have for us today, but I'm excited.
I do. So let me just mention this as we close. Things that I've seen on Apple TV that I like. Blackbird is an interesting one.
Yes.
The Morning Show. I watch all of those.
Oh yeah.
My newest favorite is Your Friends and Neighbors.
Oh yes.
Your Friends.
That's wild.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Again, I am with you on Hijack. I'm with you on Ted Lasso. And I want to get into a couple of more that I just haven't had time to. But we'll talk about that again in a couple of weeks. And David Jones asked, when is Nemesis coming back on? I don't know. Last thing I wanted to mention, and I can't remember where I found this show, but The House of David. The House of David. It talks about a historical view of David in the Bible. It has, I think, 2 seasons already, and it's getting ready for a third. That's another great show.
Look it up.
Yeah, look that up. And no cussing. This is all talking about Saul and David and giving a history. All of it is not accurate, so please don't start preaching this after you have watched it, because it's not all accurate.
Because you know the people will. They get a whole sermon out of it.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, y'all. I'm ready to get into today's question of the day. Ask Shop Talk. We're going old school. Ashlyn, Demetrius, Pancho. We're going old school, and this is going to be interesting because I know I'm going to get different views. And those of you who are watching us live, I definitely want to get your opinion on this. So last night I'm scrolling on Instagram as I normally do before I go to sleep, and I run across a particular comedian. He's talking about a particular subject. I'm going to give it to you my way on how I want us to talk about it. And that is this. And Ashlyn, I'm going to use you as the example because you are the woman that's in here today. And yes, David, I just mentioned that particular series as well. Anyway, shout out to my bro Louie Lou in the building. What's going on, bro? Louie Lou, man, we supposed to get together and knock out a song, man. Let me know what you got for me and when we can get together and make it happen. Anyway, today's Ask Shop Talk. A woman calls her male friend. Doesn't have to be a romantic relationship, but she just calls a male friend. And she says to him, hey, let's go and get something to eat. They go to get something to eat. They meet up and go out to get something to eat. At the end of that time,
oh Lord,
who is expected to pay the bill? I'm going to say it again before y'all chime in. Female calls her male friend. Doesn't matter if they have a romantic relationship or not, but a female calls her male friend. He's at home, minding his own business, wasn't thinking about food, nothing like that. But she calls and say, hey, come with me to go get something to eat. They go out, they meet up and go get something to eat. When the bill comes, who is expected to pay?
Let me just ask this for clarification.
You coming to me first?
Go ahead, Demetrius. Go ahead. What's your clarification?
I just want to ask, so she called him and asked him to come out to eat. Is that where we're at with this?
Yes.
Okay, proceed.
Yes. She called him. Mm-hmm. He was wherever he was at home, whatever he was doing. She called him, asked him to meet up to go get something to eat. Whether he was hungry or not, him being that friend, came, met up with the female friend, and they had food. When the bill comes, who is expected to pay the bill? And actually, yes, I will start with you first.
So I do love this question because I think that there's going to be a myriad of opinions on this. I think you need to know the character of the person that you are breaking bread with ahead of time.
Well, let's just use you. let's
Okay.
forget the,
If
let's
it's
use you.
me as an example, okay, if it's me as an example, no, I'm going to grab my wallet when the bill comes and I'm going to offer to pay because it was my idea in the first place. Now, most of the I can't even say that. It just depends. It depends on what the nature of the relationship is. Like if I call, for example, if I call Poncho, right? If I call Poncho and I'm like, hey Poncho, let's go get something to eat. I know Poncho's character. Poncho will pull his wallet out and he will pay for it at the end of the meal just because that's his character, whether it was my idea or not. And we could be talking about anything. We could be talking about, you know, this upcoming wonderful event that Poncho is putting together that we're a part of that's coming up down the line, shameless plug. It doesn't matter. I know Poncho's character. But if you don't know the woman's character and you're like, oh, cool, she invited me, we going out, I'm gonna get what I want. It was her idea, she's gonna pay. This woman might be under the assumption that if I ask a man to go out to eat, he's automatically going to pay. So I don't think it's fair for a woman to just assume that because a man is a man, that he's going to pay. Do not set yourself up and put yourself in a position where that man, and I know men that one of my best friends does this. At the end of a date, he'll be like, I'll be right back. I'm going to the bathroom just to see what she'll do, just to see what she'll do. And oftentimes he'll come back and the bill is still sitting there on the table and she hasn't even looked at it or touched it. And so I think it depends. It really depends on the character, but you got to know who you're going out with and who you're spending time with. But if it's somebody like myself, I am going to definitely, it's my idea.
Okay, so your expectation is that you will offer to pay, but in the back of your mind, using Poncho as the example, you're in the back of your mind thinking or knowing that Poncho is going to pay.
But I'm prepared to pay. I'm prepared to pay. I'm not asking you to go out to eat because I'm broke and I need a meal and I expect a man to pay. I am going to definitely assume that I'm paying because it's my idea. But the character of men that I choose, my big brothers that I choose to be around, I know that they're going to offer to pay.
Okay.
But they probably wouldn't let me pay for it.
So before we go into anybody else, I'm going to put a couple things on the screen. So Didi Felder says she asked him out. It's on her, but she said my male friends would pay. David Jones chimes in, says, me being the gentleman that I am, I would pay, but she asked him, so she should pay.
Yeah.
All right. Didi Felder says, Poncho, I want to eat too. Now we got my homegirl, Misha Boyd, and she chimes in. She says, if they are just friends, they shouldn't be any date expectations. There shouldn't be any date expectations.
True.
She says, however, the female or male could pay just because that's what they like to do. No expectations. Always have yourself covered. All right. So those are some great comments. So now, Poncho, I throw it over to you, man.
Yes,
all right.
Sir.
You and I talked about this a little bit offline.
Yeah.
I hope you're going to be the original and authentic Poncho that I
am.
know you to be. So let me put the situation out there again for those who may have joined us late. Female calls her male friend, no, not in a relationship, just a friend, asks him to come out to eat with her. They go out to eat. When the bill comes, who is expected to pay? Poncho, I throw it out to you, bro.
The expectation is, Doc, that she is expected to pay.
All right. So you're saying if someone calls you, we'll use Ashlyn as just our example for right now, not saying that this is what's going to happen.
True.
So you're saying that if Ashlyn calls you out, says, hey, Poncho, meet me here or whatever, let's get something to eat real quick. When the bill comes, your expectation is that Ashlyn should pay because she invited you.
That is my expectation. Now, I know that when I get there, because it's hard to put Ashling or you or Demetrius or one of the homies into this particular context because we're so close that it's hard to, even though I expect that person to pay, you guys are a little hard to do because I probably wouldn't even accept that. But now, let's just say if somebody else, like who was trying to holler at me the other day, Kerry Washington, and I was like, listen, Kerry, you know what I'm saying. You had me come over here to Honda, Japan. Now I had to get up, get dressed, get over here. Yeah, you got to pay that bill. And the reason I threw that out there is I'm just like, Kerry Washington, come back to Scandal. Please come
I
back.
know, right?
That was my show I never got to mention.
Yeah, yeah.
But that I had to go back and watch her because she got it like that.
Everything.
Okay.
Come back, Kerry.
Well, I'll put it like this. So my bro, DeGeorge Hines says, are they friends or dating? There's a difference. They are just friends, DeGeorge. We're talking about just platonic friends, not in a relationship, nothing like that. Joshua Carter says, if you invited me, where's your card? All right.
You know what, Josh Carter? Get something to eat. What you doing?
DeGeorge Hines comes back in. I'm coming to you, Demetrius. DeGeorge Hines comes back in and says, a gentleman is always a gentleman. The expectation is for her to pay, but the gentleman in me, she's not paying. Yeah. Joshua Carter further says, let me stop. I'm always going to offer to pay for myself.
That's it.
Here's the caveat. He said pay for it himself. He didn't say pay for the whole deal. So last but not least, man, Demetrius, I throw it out to you, man. We got about 30 seconds, so go right ahead, man.
I'm just going to ask the question nobody else has asked. I was hoping somebody was going to come up with this comment because at the end of the day, when you call me and ask me, do you want to go out to eat? I'm going to my response is going to be sure who's paying. Okay. We're going to be clear before we even get in the car, before we even get up and walk out the door, put on our coats, our clothes, our shoes, and sit out at the table, grab hands and say prayer, and come on and get a bill. We're going to know what's going on.
You know what?
That's good.
Okay.
That's good, Meech. That's good, Meech. Get clarification
that's from the very beginning.
Okay.
That's good.
I'm with
clarification ahead of time. That saves embarrassment at the table.
That's good.
I'm going to leave it right there because we have run out of time. But listen, this is definitely a conversation that we can continue offline. I want to thank everyone for hanging out with us today. It's been another great show. Pancho, appreciate you making the time, bro. Ashlyn, Ja'Cory, and Demetrius. We missed Yolanda today, but until the next time, y'all are crazy. On the same Shop Talk Network at the same Shop Talk time. My name's Demetrius Tofree. We'll do it again. I'm going to holler, y'all. Listen.